Welcome to the Crosswind Counselors Parent Workshop. And this particular workshop, we're going to talk about how to help students manage bullying issues that they may face here at Crosswind Elementary. First thing we want to do is to understand bullying and how we teach it to our students here. We talk with our students about the concept of being rude. When someone says or does something on accident, unintentionally hurtful or mean, and they do it just the one time, that's something that's rude. Whereas when someone does something on purpose, but they just do it the one time, that's more of a mean moment. And then getting into the bullying is when someone says or does something on purpose and they keep doing it, even when our students tell them to stop or let the student know that it's bothering them. That's when we get into bullying issues. And so it's important for our students, as well as our teachers and parents, to understand when we're talking about conflict. Sometimes we have students who have rude comments, we have students who are mean to each other, and we have students who bully. So one of the things we like to emphasize when it comes to parents helping our students is communication. Letting your students know, you're letting your kids know your thoughts and beliefs about how important it is to respect other people will go a long way, and letting them understand where you're coming from and how important it is to you and your family. Letting your children know that bullying is not okay. It's wrong, and it's not something that we will accept as a family. It's not something that the school will accept either. And showing your students how important it is by modeling it. The way you interact with your family, the way you interact with folks outside your family, treating others with kindness and respect, again, goes a long way in teaching and reinforcing to our kids where you value that, as well as listening to understand a situation when our kids are trying to explain something rather than necessarily just reacting or immediately trying to fix something for them, trying to understand what they're saying. You also really want to get to know who their friends are and what they believe, the qualities that they believe make a good friend. Why is Johnny your friend? What makes him such a good friend? And like I said, that listening to understand piece come into play here, so you can have a better idea of why they think that person is a good friend. With our littles, it may be just that they're funny or they are silly, and that's why they like to play at recess with them. Whereas as they get older, you certainly want to see some of their reasoning begin to develop as well. Getting to know their friends by having their friends come over or having play dates, being involved in those experiences, so that you have an idea of how their friends are interacting, how your kids yourself are interacting with their friends. There's nothing like having a front row seat watching your own kids interact with other kids, for sure. And one thing I try to do with my oldest daughter, Madeline, is not just necessarily asking about their day from an academic standpoint. I like to ask my daughter what was her favorite part of her day, or tell me something that you thought was really funny that happened today, or things that are a little bit more open-ended, so that it's not just fine. Where's the iPad? I'm starving. Give me some food. So you can get a little bit more information out of them at the end of the day. And again, that listening and communicating, understanding when they're talking is important, so that they feel heard and understood, and reflect back those feelings to them, so they understand that you understand. It's also a good idea to plan ahead, and let your kids know what they should do if they see somebody getting bullied or if they experience it themselves firsthand. Some strategies that work that we talk with our students about is, first of all, you have to let the person know it's bothering you, that you want them to stop. I try to talk to our kids about confidently telling the person who's bothering you to stop. You need to look them in the eye and you need to mean it. but you don't have to be mean about it. And that's important because some of our kids are a little more hesitant to speak so boldly at times, and we want them to feel confident in standing up for themselves. Walking away is a strategy that works obviously in certain situations. It's harder to walk away when you've got an assigned seat and you're not allowed to get up, especially like on the bus or something like that. So you would want to talk with your student, your child, about where walking away could work and where walking away would not work. Always reinforce telling an adult. And that's something that we talk with our students about all the time. So you have to let us know somebody's bothering you. You have to let us know you feel like somebody's been bullying you. Otherwise, we won't be able to help. And if you've tried some of these strategies already and they haven't worked, you definitely need to let an adult know, whether that's your teacher, whether that's the cafeteria monitor, whether that's the librarian, the bus driver, the principal, the counselor. Find a trusted adult and let them know as quickly as you can. It's also good to role play some of these situations that they might have with a bully, but role playing them out with them ahead of time gives them a chance to practice what they might say to a bully, or what they might say, how they might go about reporting it to a teacher, and gives them more confidence that they'll do that later on if it actually were to happen. And please encourage problem solving rather than retaliation. Retaliation here at Crosswind is also not tolerated. Another good thing to encourage is being involved outside of school, different activities, whether it's different hobbies that they might have, sports, teams that they can be a part of, community organizations here in town, whether it's scouts or maybe something going on with the church. But being involved in activities outside of school gives students a wider range of friends beyond just the ones in their classroom, and gives them, again, that confidence to feel like they can handle some of these problems and situations on their own. If you feel like you need to report a bullying case here at Crosswind, Christy Murin is our principal for Crosswind Elementary. Jamie White is one of our assistant principals and covers kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. And John Tupper is our other assistant principal. He covers third, fourth, and fifth grade. And so if you have not reached out to your teacher already, please reach out to your teacher first. And if you feel like you need to loop in one of the assistant principals, you can loop them in as well. And by all means, if you feel like Miss Murin needs to be involved as well, please don't hesitate to let her know. You can give us a call here at the school at 901-853-3330. You can always, like I said, email your teachers, email the admin, email the counselors. We also have an app district-wide, but it's for each school, called Stop It, where you can report bullying instances anonymously. And that's an app that the students have on their devices, and you can download as a parent the Stop It app on your device as well. The password to join Crosswind's Stop It app is capital E, Eagles 2018. If you're interested in learning more about the district's policies on bullying or harassment, you can look online. I've included the link into our PowerPoint presentation for the district's policies on their website, as well as in the student parent handbook. We appreciate you listening to our parent workshop today on bullying. If you have any questions or any comments, you can always reach out to the counselors. Ms. Tracy Brown is our kindergarten, second grade, and fourth grade counselor. My name is Ethan Langston. I'm the first grade, third grade, and fifth grade counselor. Thanks for listening.